Welcome back everybody to Desktop Inventions. Last time we went over how to make a self-filling water bowl. Now this time we're going to go over how to make a self-filling food bowl. So now let's get started.
Alright, so let's start out by taking a look at the 3D model. Pretty simple here. So far just 4 pieces. The bowl, the base, similar as we made before with the water bowl, the loader, and the slider. So let's activate a cross-section view here and I'll show you how this works. So we have the loader piece up here on the top. Food is going to rest in this area and it's going to fall down into the cylinder. And then once this slider piece slides over, the food is going to fall down into the bowl. And then when it slides back, it will get filled again. And when it slides out, it will drop into the bowl again. That's the basic function or idea of how this is going to work. So now let's get some parts printed out. Alright, I've got some cat food here. Let's give it a whirl and see if it works. Look at that. She works. It works really well. Now into the next phase of testing here. This slider piece is not going to slide itself. So we're going to get a servo motor and use that to slide this slider in and out. But to do that, we're going to need some linkage. So I've 3D printed some rough linkage parts that we'll use for testing and see how that works. So it's not optimized right now, but it does get the point across and at least test that this servo motor is going to be strong enough. All right, I've got food loaded up in the hopper. The servo motor is back here. I'll be holding that manually, and the Arduino and the button is down here. So let's do our first live test run. Works a little bit. There we go. You can see the reason it's not putting out very much food is the slider is not sliding far enough. Once we get some better linkage and adjust that, it'll output a lot more food on each pass. Alright, so back to the CAD model here. As we saw, I had some issues with the linkages not working out correctly. Last time, I'll be honest, I did not model up the linkages in the model, and that's probably why it had issues. So this time I have the servo motor modeled up on a mounting plate here. I've got the actual linkages in place and functioning. So now I'm very confident once these are printed out, they will work and we'll get that full range of motion that we need for this to work properly. So let's get these new pieces printed up and try it out. Alright, I've got the new longer linkage printed out and the servo mounting plate, so we're going to swap that out and see if that improves it. Whoa. Take this. All right, now that the linkage is working, let's see if it can move some food. It's also a success. Let's see what the cats think of it. Scares them. Now that they're warmed up to it, it is a success. They're eating from the bowl. And for the next version, we'll have to clean up some minor safety issues, open wires, things like that. As well as we'll have a number of other improvements onto that as well. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up below, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for part 2 of this video, where we'll finish up the cat bowl.